Hey, look at that. Another big corporation deciding to dip their toe into the pool of woke. I don't know if it's really going to have that big of a consequence at the end of the day, because this is the Mars Corporation, one of the five big, corporations, one of the five big families up at the top. Nothing's really going to end up happening. And fat people are still going to want their subpar chocolate at the end of the day, because let's stop the cap. Regular M&Ms are just sugary nonsense, and they're terrible. They fail to every other candy that's on the market. Reese's Pieces and Smarties smoke them 7 days out of the week. Now they've gone woke. Oh my god, they've added a new color. Oh my god. And they've also got another first out there. Oh boy. What's going to happen when big corporations run out of brand new stunning and brave firsts that are out there? I just wonder, man. M&M's has a new all singing, all dancing color candy on the way. And let's just talk about that at face value right now. Okay, purple. Probably the best color that you could have put in there, okay? Because what do you got? Yellow, orange, blue, red, missing some. Brown, right? Yeah, of course there's brown. Oh, and green, the other woman, right? Is that it? I think there's 6, yeah. So now there's 7. Lucky number, right? Because what else could you have believably put in there? Black M&M? A little too on the nose, I guess. So yeah, purple kind of makes sense. And again, that's supposed to be a woman. No real defining characteristics there, but I guess that's the gray jumpsuit world that we're trudging towards. The first female peanut. First female peanut Spokescandy. There's just so much AIDS in that part of the sentence. We just got to stop and take a look at it to begin with. First female peanut. Again, how many caveats do you need to have in order to have a historic first, but a Spokescandy that's all fucking digital, you dumbasses? There's nothing fucking real about this. Christ almighty. We'll be purple. And is charged with delivering acceptance and inclusivity. Again, it's the fucking M&Ms. I think everybody can go down to the corner store and get a fucking bag if you want. You can have almonds in them. You can have peanuts in them. You can have peanut butter. You can have caramel. You can have dark chocolate if you want. If you want to walk on the wild side and never want to talk to your parents again, do whatever the fuck you want with them. I don't know how much more inclusivity and acceptance you need. And outside of the initial, outrage or just ambivalence, I just kind of think it's funny. It was like, you're adding another color to things that I'm not going to eat. Great, cool, whatever. I'll just see if that message ends up making it to the Middle East or to China. I'm just wondering about that. Mars is thrilled to debut the newest member of the M&M's cast of characters to the world. Jane Huang. Of course it's a woman. Global VP at Mars Wrigley said in a statement Thursday to accompany the revelation. There is so much about our new Spokescandy that people can relate to and appreciate. Yeah, like being spherical and purple. Like Grimace. Like, I don't know what's really all that unique about this. Like, I know most of the people that like to indulge on M&Ms regularly kind of have that exact same shape, but I also think that people can relate to having eyebrows on their head instead of floating above it. But hey, you guys do you. You know more about your customers and their wants and needs, I guess. You're telling us that, I guess. Including her willingness to embrace her true self. It's a fucking candy. You're not, reinventing the wheel here. Our new character reminds us to celebrate what makes us unique. Okay? What, being a woman? Again, it's the majority of people on Earth, by the way. You're not fucking unique. Purple M&Ms were standard when the candy debuted in 41, but were replaced by tan in 1949. Oh, interesting. Didn't know that. Then in 95, fans voted to swap the beige buttons for blue. Oh, okay. Mars has changed the colors of his flagship candy several times over the years, including for seasonal promotions. Yeah, exactly. Red and green, and see those a lot, or red and white. Is it red and white? Again, I don't fucking eat M&Ms, so I don't really know all the marketing that's out there. But I know that they have, like Easter, Christmas, all the different holidays. Probably got something running right now for Halloween, because that's right on the doorstep. That fucking worthless holiday. Anyways, the new candy is a part of Mars's push to make animated characters more inclusive, in one case by dumping the green sexy girl character. Yeah, and just making her another amorphous blob. At least she's not fat like this one. And giving her replacement a more nuanced personality. Yes, by being a dyke, I guess. How does candy scissor? It doesn't really make that much sense to me. But yeah, what was that, earlier this year? Of course it was earlier this year, because this year has been absolute fucking shit from a societal perspective. But I've had a fun time laughing at all this nonsense. But it's funny, you don't want to make her too feminine, but then you'll have her in an open lesbian relationship, and then you'll announce another one. I just want to be myself. And we know what big corporations are all about when they say, I just want to be myself. It's all about pandering to the fucking alphabet agenda. This is another big L for them because, again, what's another one of their trademark slogans? Diversity is our strength. Acceptance and inclusivity. Sounds awful similar, don't you think? But here's another L. Here's another L that the alphabet mafia has taken. Because one of the most prolific serial killers of all time, yeah, he was kind of a fun guy. Like to go to certain after-hours bars attended to by guys with chains and leather and whips. Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer was really fucking gay. And that made people a little bit too uncomfortable. Yeah, imagine that. It wasn't, like the killing and all that stuff. It wasn't being a registered sex offender that really got you up in arms. It was just, how dare you portray a gay man like that? We can't be having that. Oh my God, get rid of the LGBTQ tag because we only want positive messages out there. Cool, how about an AIDS documentary? Netflix drops LGBTQ tag on Jeffrey Dahmer series after viewers' outrage. Yeah, of course, because people who are just nursing a long, persistent cough are the only ones still sitting around watching Netflix. Hey, you tired of watching reruns of Cuties? There's a new series out there detailing one of the heroes of the alphabet community. Netflix is no longer using the LGBTQ tag on its controversial series about deranged serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer. Dahmer. Sorry, not Dahmer. There's no L in there. Definitely no L in there because he only liked D's and B's. Following a furious backlash, the streaming service has not given an official reason for dropping the tag on Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Interesting. Haven't given a reason, but there was a massive backlash that prompted it. Looks like somebody's adding their editorial flair on top of this, but, come on, it's got to be social media outrage. In which Evan Peters plays the late Milwaukee cannibal, who murdered and chopped up 17 men until he got a little bit too sloppy about his means and methods of attracting gay men back to his place, drilling holes in their heads and then pouring Drano and lobotomizing them chemically before using them as sex slaves and fucking them to death. I think that's the way that it went. I don't know a lot about serial killers, and I'm just trying to keep my life a little bit more positive than most people, but not positive like the alphabet people. However, it followed several days worth of outrage online by disgusting viewers, many of whom tagged Netflix in their attacks. Why the fuck did Netflix tag the Jeffrey Dahmer documentary LGBTQ? Because he was a gay serial killer and he killed gay people. It's pretty important, okay? I know, here's my genealogical breakdown. I'm quarter Irish, quarter Scottish, quarter Native, quarter Ukrainian. It's important to know your history, warts and all. So you guys should just go ahead and understand that as well. And I'd like some reparations from that land that you initially took from us and all those years of slavery everywhere. Just saying. I mean, I know it's technically true. Stop it. Fucking stop it. I know it's true, but seriously, the history's problematic. And seriously, okay, Jeffrey Dahmer wasn't exactly, the poster boy for the gay community. And there was something else going around at the same time, like Google censoring results. Was Jeffrey Dahmer gay? And it was like, no, get back to us later. We're trying to scrub everything. But I use alternative search engines because I'm not a cuck. I mean, I know it's technically true, but this is not the representation we're looking for. Well, sucks to oh my, are you serious? They're quoting Quentin fucking reviews? The motherfucker who likes to compare Ewoks with black people? Hello all my Ewoks. This motherfucker. Others shared screenshots on Twitter saying that the series, which has outraged relatives of some of Dahmer's victims, was flagged as particular interest in gay, lesbian, and trans viewers. Yes, exactly. Here's the future that you've been promised. Not all fucking sunshines and strange-looking rainbow flags, now is it? Imagine clicking on LGBTQ category and this is what you get. Yeah, prolific gay man. Seems pretty on point. Looks like the algorithm is working pretty well for Netflix. But then again, knowing Quentin, he probably also went on a Trump tirade afterwards. Someone also called it so fucked, the marketing of the series. We don't claim him, thick fuck. Well, doesn't not make him gay, though. Another critic wrote, if you told me Netflix was putting a Jeffrey Dahmer biopic in the LGBT section, I would literally laugh at you. What timeline are we in? The accurate one. But again, bigot. Okay, you only put LGBT. You didn't put LGBTQ. You forgot all those queer questioning folks out there. Somebody should cancel that person. That's terrible. Not everyone was outraged, however. Other people just laughed. Hi. With others suggesting the key theme highlighted by the true crime series was how homophobia may have played a part in the cops failing to investigate Dahmer sooner. It's like, what does that rainbow F slur fucking do anyways with his limp wrists? Dahmer case is a huge part of LGBTQ history. As important people know that he got away with so much. Yeah, exactly. 17 people dead, and that's like, If it wasn't a serial killer that would have got him, it would have been the asshole cancer that would have fucking rotted him out from the insides. Another TikToker, claiming herself to be a bi nurse. Those are all nurses. Let's fucking stop it. If you ever have a potential plate out there, gentlemen, if you ever say a fine Caucasian of the right persuasion for you, and she says that she's a nurse or she's in nursing school, that is a red flag. Pump and dump only. Recreational use only. Nurses be hoeing. I mean, it is sometime or something that greatly impacted the LGBTQ community, right? Educational purposes? And her being bi is probably, just making out with somebody in college. So let's fucking stop it. Another person stressed out of the show also tells the stories of some of the men who lost their lives, as well as representing a representation of their families. Yeah, it's a pretty important story, and if you cut out, like he does with sections of gay guys' skulls, the fact that he liked to walk on the wild side a little bit, you're not adapting the story correctly. But it's a little bit funny, especially with Netflix and their propensity to race and gender swap things. They sure managed to get an accurate representation of Dahmer out there. Didn't want to tell the Jose Dahmer story? No, didn't think so. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.